My turn.
Time for the reviews.
Yeah. Can you dig it? Here we go.
Your boy. His name has been used in every rhyme with an AK. Every word, every flow you can come up with an AK, his name has been used in it. DJ K Slay.
Yep. Drama King.
I think Kanye one time said something about drama. Even after the drama, K slayed him. You know what I'm saying? He's been used, and his name's been used in so many.
No.
With the K's and all that. AK.
When you're using an AK,
right,
in a bar.
He's a legendary East Coast DJ, man.
Hell yeah,
right,
legendary. Like it came out of nowhere. I didn't like when we came across it. It was just like DJ K Slay came out with something new.
Right.
Like what?
Right.
And when I saw that, I was intrigued.
Right.
That's why I was like, we need to do this shit.
So
definitely needed to review it.
For those of y'all that don't know, there's a lot of youngers out here that probably don't listen. DJ K Slay has been in the East Coast for a long time. He hasn't. I don't think he's put out an album in a while.
No, it's been a while, yo.
Right, and so he's basically put out an album. Just a compilation of artists and probably people that K Slay rocks with on a basis. People like Papoose, a lot of people on the East Coast.
Yeah. He has the typical people he fucks with.
Right.
Definitely.
And he drops his album, The Big Brother. And there's a lot of features on his album, man. Like Busta Rhymes, Tech Nine, Rick Ross, 2 Chainz, Kevin Gates, Scarface, Jadakiss, Lloyd Banks, Papoose, Bun B, Fat Joe, Kendrick is on here. Just name some like
big names. Old school name: Razkaz, AZ,
right?
Cool
G Rap,
Ice-T.
What? Dave East.
No, hey,
Loaded Lux,
John Connor,
Nipsey Hussle,
was he on there?
Freeway, Beanie Siegel.
Yeah.
Right. Even E40 was on here, and he came up with a whole new word. Clatchet was one of his words.
Yep.
Did you hear that?
I heard that.
I was like, okay, here's another one.
He's added to his dictionary.
Clatchet is a classy ratchet.
Yep.
By the way, guys,
put it together. Yeah. You got Clatchet.
Yeah. So just know E40 started it. But
it's been about 6 years, I think, since he put an album out.
What did you think of this, man? Hearing all these artists, these are mostly artists from our generation that we grew up listening to, or we have.
I'm not going to lie. Hearing this album, the first thought that came to my mind was, and some people were like, "What?" I thought, now this is how you do it,
right? DJ
Khaled.
Oh shit!
Saying, like he to make it hip hop. The thing is, DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled was going for worldwide. He was going for worldwide. Where DJ K Slay went for straight hip hop. Hey, but that's why. I know. Hey, but that's why Khaled is where he's at. You know? Right. He didn't keep it just hip hop. He keeps it worldwide and all types of shit. Right. So that's where he's.
Okay. So let's be fair. Khaled he's
a different DJ. A different.
Khaled is focused more on the southern kind of realm, whereas K Slay is more of the East Coast realm when you think about it. Like when you used to hear DJ Khaled stuff, it was Plies and Rick Ross, and he kind of built his following based off like the Florida and Louisiana. And
they also had some other shit too that wasn't that was kind of like, whoa! I remember like what is this?
Right.
Like there's some tracks that were
as DJ Khaled grew, he brought artists from different regions and stuff, but. For the most part, he's kind of like a southern DJ, whereas K Slay is like he's like that for the East Coast. Like now, you say this is how you're supposed to do it.
Like when it comes to hip hop,
right.
Because I don't know, like they consider Khaled's albums hip hop, and I'm like, it's not hip hop. And you put it in a different
hip hop in what sense?
Where he kept it straight hip hop. Like Khaled doesn't have always all rappers. His shit also gets into the
R&B and stuff.
R&B and also worldwide. Like he has shit that's like gets to the tropical shit, and he has other shit. It's like it's not necessarily that's not hip hop. And So it's not, to me, his shit shouldn't be categorized hip hop. When he comes out with albums like that, he has had hip hop albums where he's all hip hop, but when he does, like his last album wasn't a hip hop album. It shouldn't have been considered a hip hop album. I remember that hearing it was like, there's some shit on here that's not typically, it's not really hip hop.
I mean, like what though?
I can't remember what.
We'll turn this into DJ Khaled. We got to talk about DJ Khaled.
There was a couple tracks on it that I can remember.
We got to talk about this. We got to talk about this because I mean, yes, he had this R&B songs. He had the song with Beyonce. I think he had one with Drake and the Rihanna song, as you know, is a popular song, whatever.
I hope I'm not thinking of another CD.
But these people are based.
I'm hoping I'm not thinking of another CD I heard that I'm thinking it was him.
I'm thinking about Wyclef. Nah, but K-Slay, so this album, alright, so I know there's a lot of people that's from the younger generation that probably think, I don't want to hear this old ass shit. But I'm gonna tell you right now that it feels like there's some songs on here, yes, of course, that was just like, alright, this sounds like a little too old. But then there were some songs that sound a little fresh. And some of the collaborations sounded fresh, and I felt like a lot of people were spitting. It kind of felt like an old mixtape from our era where it was just like rap and people spin bars. They were dropping knowledge. They were, you know what I'm saying, teaching you the game. It was like everything was happening on this album at one time.
Shit was dope. They had some hot spitters on there. And they had some people brought it. They brought some hot fucking bars when they came.
It was a gangsta ass album. When you really think about it, it kind of was like the G hardcore street hip hop that we kind of grew up off of.
Yeah, it felt like that. It really, on that note, nostalgic, but it just was. I mean, it was the way to do. It was just perfect how the collaborations, the people that he put together. You know, as a DJ, you know, he did a great job getting those collaborations together.
What did you think about the beats?
The beats were, you know, to me they were K-Slay type beats. I mean, and it took me back to his days of, you know, putting out some mixtape that I've heard that he had some dope shit, but it was just, you know, had that East Coast feel, you know, it had that freestyle feel also where like you could have just put those beats out as, you know, for freestyle, use those as when people are doing ciphers or shit like that. He even had a cipher on there, didn't he?
Right, he did, yeah.
So, I mean, it just, well done, put together. I mean, not all the beats held up to where we're like, oh, that's a dope beat. Yeah,
there was some beats my personal take on the beats. I say probably about 60% of them were like, these are some pretty good beats.
There was a chunk
for the rap for people that but then there's a couple beats on there where I was just like, all right, this is a little too
shouldn't have been on there.
Yeah,
it didn't hold its own with the other beats. Like it really wasn't on the same level. I also get this whole like, you know, like what I don't like is the whole like, this is real hip hop. All right, I think when you talk about that, all right, because real hip hop to people is different to different people. Yeah,
some people think that the street side of it is real hip hop. Some people think that, you know, like the laid back shit that like Tribe Called Quest did was hip hop. Some people think that, you know what I'm saying,
it's all hip hop,
but it's really all hip hop when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it. So that was kind of like, I'm like, all right, what's the definition? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, other than that, it was a good.
It comes back to the whole Khaled shit,
right?
Hip hop,
right. I mean, as I'm saying, like things could be, especially now because the lines are blurred now because you got
blurred.
You know what I'm saying? You got some people that are like hybrids. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of blurred the lines of what's considered real rap or R&B. Nobody fucking knows ananymore. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear that,
no genre for in between. Like for that,
right.
Like for those, it's like there's no in between.
Right. Yeah, there's really no in between. Yeah. But they actually classify it as hip hop because that's where it's based in. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, right?
I can see what you're saying.
But no, I mean there was some good tracks on here, man. I mean, what did you give this on a scale of 1 to 10, man?
Scale of 1 to 10. I believe I'm stuck between. Somewhere between, like, I'm stuck between 8.5 and 9, honestly, because like the collaborations were great. It's those beats, but you know I can't really put it on the beats, you know, to pulling it down a little bit. But all in all, for the collaborations and what they did, I gave it a 9. I have to go with the 9. I did a 9 because I really enjoy this album. Like hearing some of the collaborations, and then when them knowing they're spitting on a K-Slay album, and it's just one verse for them, or for most.
Right.
I mean, a couple
people
like
they were trying to go hard.
Yeah,
right.
they brought it.
I mean, like everybody's on here, bro. Outlaws and everybody's on this shit.
Fucking Beanie Siegel killed that motherfucker.
Right.
Like, whoo. I mean, yeah, Outlaws on the first track. I mean, the way I enjoyed that first track, obviously, because I'm a Pac fan, and when he said, and I'm an Outlaws fan, I always enjoyed them too. So when he said that, I was like, real shit, because there's a lot of people that don't support the Outlaws, and if they're Pac fans, you would support the Outlaws too,
right?
Because they were there for him. That was his squad.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, that he put on it. Why not? Support the people that he put on.
Right.
But all in all, he brought some classic heads in there. You know what I'm saying? Ice-T. It's like, what?
Right. I would say probably my rating from on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give this like when I first started listening to it, I was like, okay, we about to be listening to some wild old shit. But as I started getting into, as it started going, I was like, oh, okay, this is like the fire old shit. This is like the like the nostalgic old shit.
Yeah.
And
shit you want, so if you're gonna get the old shit.
It started off like it started off like, oh, I'm about to just get this nigga yelling into the fucking microphone. You know what I'm saying? They called everybody pussy, right? I just knew that shit was coming. Like everybody's a weak ass bitch, right? And then
the drama king,
right. I was like, all right, cool. I guess we gotta deal with that. But then as it went on, I was like, oh shit, like niggas is like really like coming at it on here. You know what I'm saying? Even when I heard the Kendrick track before with Mac Miller, I didn't really like the track, but when I heard it along with in the middle of the album, it flowed. Like I was like, okay, the song sounded better just when you hear like the album as a whole. Yeah. So I think I would probably give it. I would probably give it an 8.
8.
Yeah, give it a strong 8. Yeah,
it's reasonable.
Right. Yeah.
I almost gave it an 8.5. So yeah. Doesn't sound too. It's not that. It's not harsh. It's actually good. So I mean,
shout out to K-Slay though.
Shout out and
not done.
Go give it a listen.